Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial I am going to cover everything you need to know about HTML in order to help you build the foundation of your website. Before we dive in, I highly recommend checking out W3 School's website. It's a fantastic resource that covers all the details of HTML, much of what I will be explaining here. If you prefer learning by reading, I will leave a link in the description below. You can read there at your own pace. But if you are seeking around for this tutorial, W3 Schools can still be a great reference tool to enforce what you have learned, with even more in-depth information. Plus, I encourage you to take notes by hand. Writing things down can really help you retain the information. Alright, let's get started. What is HTML? Think of it like this. Imagine the human body. Your bones are what give your body its structure. They hold everything together and form the foundation. In web development, HTML works the same way. It's the bones of your website, providing the structure and basic framework. Now, if your bones are the HTML, then CSS is like the skin, hair, and clothing that give the body its appearance. CSS is what makes your website looks beautiful and appealing. It's all about the styling. And finally, there's JavaScript, which is like the muscles in your body that allow you to move and perform actions. JavaScript adds interactivity and dynamic behavior to your website, allowing users to engage with it in meaningful ways. Alright, now let's return to our main topic, HTML, and let's talk about some of the essential HTML tags you will need to know. First thing, we have HTML tag. This is the root element of any HTML document. It tells the browser, hey, this is an HTML file. Everything you write inside this tag is what makes up your web page. Second, the head tag. Inside the HTML tag, we have the head section. Think of this as the behind-the-scenes area of your web page. It contains metadata like the page title, links to style sheets, and information for search engines. The head tag doesn't directly affect what you see on the page, but is crucial for how the page behaves. Third, title tag. Inside the head section, you will find the title tag. This tag defines the title of your web page, which is displayed on the browser tab. When someone visits your site, it's also what appears in search engines results, so it's pretty important. Fourth, meta tags. Meta tags go inside the head tag too, and provide important information about your web page to search engines and browsers. They won't change what's on the page, but they affect things like search engine optimization and responsiveness. There are more than one use for meta tags. For example, the charset meta tag specifies the character encoding, and the viewport meta tag helps your website adjust its layout on different devices, especially mobile. Finally, the body tag. This is where all the visible content of your web page goes, from texts to images to buttons, links, you name it. Think of it as this. What you see on the web page is inside the body tag. Now, I bet that there is some confusion about meta tags and its arguments, so let's go and explain these together. First, we have charset argument. This meta tag helps the browser understand how to read and display characters on your web page. So, what exactly is encoding? Encoding is like a system that translates text into a format that the computer can display. Imagine it as a code that converts text into something that shows up properly on your screen. And UTF-8 is a type of encoding that supports a wide range of characters from different languages and symbols. It's like a universal language that ensures that no matter what text or symbols you use, they will be displayed correctly on your web page. Without this tag, special characters might appear as strange symbols or question marks, so using UTF-8 ensures that everything looks just as you intended. Next up, let's talk about the meta tag that contains name, content, initial, scale, arguments. This tag is essential for making sure your web page looks great on different devices, especially on mobile phones and tablets. And here's how it works. First, the viewport is the visible area of your web page on a device screen, and the content part tells the browser to match the width of the page to the width of the device screen. It's like adjusting the size of the window so that your page fits perfectly within it. And about the initial scale, it controls the zoom level when the page first loads. Setting it to 1.0 means no zoom, so your page appears at its actual size. This helps users view your content without needing to zoom in or out. Together, these meta tags ensure that your web page is displayed correctly and looks good on all devices. They handle how text is shown and make sure the layout fits different screen sizes, providing a better user experience. Don't worry if these meta tags seems a bit confusing right now. For most of your web development work, you won't need to make any changes to these tags, and they won't come up in the actual body code. They are important for setting up your page correctly, but once they are in place, they mostly handle things behind the scenes. So focus on getting comfortable with the basics of HTML, and know that these tags are just there to support you as you build and style your pages. Okay, now let's return to our code editor. I'm using Visual Studio Code. To download it, use the link in the description below. Now let's create our first HTML file. If you are new to Visual Studio Code, you're going to come to here and select Open Folder and choose the folder you want. Then let's create our first new file. I'm going to name it index.html and then enter. And that's it. Now we have to write the basic HTML code that every HTML file have. Now fortunately that Visual Studio Code provide an abbreviation for that basic code without the needing of writing it manually. That symbol is an exclamation mark. You write this now and then enter, and that's it. You can now see all the basic code in front of us. Now before starting, we should install an extension called Live Preview. This extension helps us see the changes in our code directly on the screen without the need of refreshing it. In order to install this extension, it's so easy. Just go to the extension section and write Live Preview. After that, just install it from here. Okay, now to run our HTML file, we can first go here to the port and then select internal browser or external browser. I'm going to select internal browser, and that's it. And that's it for this part of the HTML tutorial. In the next video, we will dive into HTML tags and explore what each one does. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button below, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you'll be the first one to know when the next part is out. See you in the next one.